The genius of Jobs brings me to a question I've wanted to ask someone like you for a long, long time, which is, do you think Apple is dead?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You know, it's so interesting. People don't understand the genius of Apple because this is, again, came from Jobs. You know, he used to say to my team over and over again, and I mentioned earlier, they don't know what they want until I tell them. And I always, just as close as you and I are right now, you're Steve. I say, Steve, how the fuck do you know that? You don't know what you don't know. He said, show me where I'm wrong. Show me one instance of us working together where I'm wrong. I said, it hasn't happened yet, Steve. Doesn't mean it won't. Make the software. Go make the honey. I have the queen bee. Don't worry about it. And that is pretty interesting because you got to prove it that he was wrong. Now, let's accelerate. He's dead now. But the philosophy of Apple, and I'll give you the way you look at it. I can go buy a $330 laptop right here with the same processing power of this $1,800 Mac laptop. I want to be part of this universe, this honey right over here. The Apple Care, the fact that the OS works on all the platforms and the messages are shown on all platforms simultaneously, all the OS, all the honey. That platform is the power of brand. But Jobs defined, he would take instances from nature into his head or from Japanese, scripture or text or imagery and redefine it into technology in a way that no one else was doing. And that's the idea of the honey and the bee and the queen and all that stuff. It kind of comes from his view of the world. And I don't know if you can understand this, but because it came from nature, it was easy for people to assimilate it. They are the same, and they're treasures, they're national treasures. Yeah, I never saw him happy. He was always barking at me. I never saw him happy. He may not have been, that's probably something his wife would know, but he looked like a tortured guy to me. But, that may have been his curse.
Do you love him?
Yeah, 100%.
I saw a lot of emotion in your face the first time you spoke about him, and I thought that's surprising for someone that barked at you.
Well, he respected me, that's for sure. He wouldn't execute on my ideas. He expected me to execute on his, but he was never wrong. I mean, we spent a lot of time talking about him, but I think there's a lot of lessons learned from him that I think managers today, parents today, certainly CEOs today, this show's about CEOs. I wish every CEO had spent the minimal time that I spent with Jobs had such an impact on me. I mean, I owe a lot of my success to him because I always think, what would Steve have done? And I make decisions like that.